the Wounded Healer. She's the epitome of beauty. Her smile brings light to the darkest of rooms. Her words could encourage an army platoon to fight and win the battle. Yet on the inside of her, where the fabric cannot touch to dress up the brokenness, she smiles, but her heart is so far from it. Her words can reach over the sea and highest mountain peak, but cannot reach her to wash away past hurts. She's just as fragile. She just refuses to unravel, gung-ho on not letting go, because no one will ever get the chance to determine her worth again. And her intuition whispers, "But my darling, how can you mend your broken heart if you refuse to show God the pieces?" And hello, my love muffins, my enchiladas. It's Tori, the hope dealer of guided intuition, and welcome into a piece of my heart, okay? Because that poem that you just listened to, that is written by Mizwa, me, about Mizwa, me. So I want to talk about that poem and be completely transparent with my love muffins. That's saying that sometimes the most brightest people that you come in contact with and that you meet in life are some of the loneliest or saddest people. It's true to an extent. Everything is not what it seems, that there's always more to a story. And then I want to talk about that poem and what it means for us collectively with Chiron being in retrograde, and exactly what is falling from us in a good way. It might not feel that at first, but initially it's really going to help us live a more authentic and life that is true to you at your deepest core. Okay, so let's talk about that poem. I know I just read it to you. I want to read it really quick again because it says, "She is the epitome of beauty. Her smile brings light to the darkest of rooms. Her words can encourage an army platoon to fight and win the battle. Yet on the inside of her, where the fabric cannot touch to dress up the brokenness, she smiles, but her heart is so far from it. Her words can reach over the sea and highest mountain peak, but cannot reach her to wash away past hurts. She's just as fragile. She just refuses to unravel, gung-ho on not letting go, because no one will ever determine her worth and hurt her again." So I remember reading this poem to a friend of mine, and at that time I was what you would deem as Tori, me right now, all about my business. I had became an entrepreneur. I was helping individuals love their self. I was just really, at the top of my game. And I remember reading this poem to this beautiful soul, and she was like, that's so beautiful. But you don't feel like that now, right? Not with all that who you are and all that you have done. You don't feel like that now, right? And in that moment, because I feel like we all have a moment where we get to exercise our free will, and when she said that, I kind of felt a little shame. And nothing that she did. I know that it was me, because it's something that I was processing, because the world will tell you, and we see it via social media, and we see it with, other spirituals or gurus or whatever you want to call people that we hold in high esteem and put on pedestals. Sometimes we don't mean to put them on pedestals, but we take a lot of inspiration from them. We just see them as these perfect beings, and we just see them as these amazing creatures. And in that moment, I wanted to say, yes, I do feel that way. But I was afraid of what she would think of me, because being a spiritual, being a person, and it's fucking stupid because being a spiritual is just being on a self-love journey, but being what the world deems as a spiritual or a person that has it together, that didn't quite fit the criteria. So I remember telling her, no, that's the past. No, that's the past, girl. No, and damn well that was future. That was how I felt at the moment. Knowing damn well I felt that way at that moment, but I just didn't want to tell her that. And I'm letting you know that because I feel like there is this lingering energy, I feel like as a collective, of what it looks like to be the perfect or the ideal individual, and that does not exist. And a couple of years ago when I wrote this poem, I'm going to say what I wanted to say when that beautiful individual asked me that. I'm going to say it on my platform. I'm going to say it for you that has ever looked at someone like Tori, or looked at someone that, you know, had so much beauty and just so much poise and just said all of the right things and just could brighten your day. We are human, okay? We are beings in being. And the truth is, even though I wrote that poem 3 years ago, there are some days that I feel that way. I probably felt that way 2 weeks ago, for real. Like 2 weeks ago. I'll say, 2 weeks ago. Probably last Tuesday. 2 weeks ago, last Tuesday. I probably felt that way. People that usually, you know, bring you the most joyous time, you know, really inspire you, have something, and you too, you have this, have something that has forever changed them and is the reason why they show up the way that they do. This is why I named this poem Chiron The Wounded Healer. In that poem, I give light because I know what it feels like to not have light. I've made it my business that everyone that comes in contact with me, that they know that they are more than accepted, but they are wanted, because I know what it feels like to not be wanted and accepted. I think I'm gonna cry. No, don't you do it, Tori, not in this full face of makeup. Woo! I give adoration and words of encouragement because I know how it feels to not have adoration and words of encouragement. I don't belittle because I know what it feels like to be belittled. And the truth be told, if I could take it all away today, you know, those dark parts that we desire to keep hidden and, you know, just wish we could poof them away, I wouldn't do it. I would not redo my life. I would not redo it because it's those hard lessons that I just said that expanded my heart and why I go so hard the way that I go. And maybe there's something in your life that you wish you could just poof away, that you just wish never happened. But I'm here to tell you it's the reason why you are the way that you are. And maybe you're not at the stage where you have embraced it like Tori has, where I don't let the fact that somebody belittled me, betrayed me, disqualified me. I didn't let those things deplete me, but I allowed those things to liberate me. Maybe you're not allowing that failed relationship to liberate you and realize that you deserve more, that you are incredible. Maybe you're not letting the fact that that job fell through or it didn't work out how, you know, your life seen, how you seen it for yourself. Maybe you're not looking at it in a sense that This is a new opportunity. That the story is not over. You still have breath inside of you. You're still here. You're watching this video. That it's never too late. One door closes, one book is done, but you can always build a door, find another one, and start another book. Maybe you've been allowing it to deplete you instead of liberate you. But I'm telling you, those things that have brought you some of the most darkest pains in your life. A wise soul said, and don't quote me, but some of our darkest nights, if we process them, can be the light for others. It can be the joy. It can be the me too. I can do this too. I can be that too. I can liberate myself. I can change. I don't have to be a product of my environment. I don't have to allow what hurt me to break me. I can allow it to empower me. It's all about your response. It's all about your perspective. And I wouldn't change any of it. I can look you in this camera, eyes to eyes, and tell you I wouldn't change any of it, because it allows me to show up as the woman that you get to experience today. It allows me to remember why I go hard, even on days that I feel like I'm drowning in an ocean. It's my lifeguard. So, I wanted to share that poem with you. I wanted to share a piece of my heart with you and to let you know. If you look for the beauty in every situation, every circumstance, you'll find it. And if you can't find it, you hold the power to create it. And that's something that no one can ever take from you, because it's on the inside and it's all about how you choose to view it. What does this mean for us collectively? It means perfectionism, did I say that word right? Is falling. Anything that is false, anything that is not truly meant for who you are at your core, that's not a part of your dharma, it's falling apart. Chiron in retrograde as a collective is integrating your light and your shadow, which allows what is truly not of you to fall away. This is going to be mindsets, relationships of all kind, business, love, friends, family, belief systems. It's just shedding away anything that you have put on or you have accumulated over a time period that's not really who you are. It's something that we put on, kind of like when I told, my friend at the time, no, that's not how I feel, because I didn't want to be judged. So, my loves, I do want to let you know that my camera died. However, all of this information that I was going to talk about in this particular part, you can find it in Chiron in retrograde in Aries, where we will be addressing destiny and purpose, because that is what is surrounding that energy. I'm so sorry. I'm going to click back in and give you guys a sweet message from my heart. But the rest of this part that I was talking about, you will have to go to Chiron in retrograde in Aries. I love you guys so freaking much. Thank you for allowing me to share my words into your heart. It was such an honor to share a piece of myself with you. And make sure you check out all of those videos that I talked about concerning Chiron.